Hey guys, today's going to be a new type of video. It's more of a update video on what's upcoming and etc and about Battlefield 1 obviously. First of all I'm going to say this for anyone that wants videos on it. I may or may not be getting Call of Duty Infinite Warfare just for the sake of COD 4 and also just to see what the game's like. If it's a ton of shit, I'm sorry, I'm just going to get rid of it. If it's decent, I can't promise anything with that. But as most people know, I believe it's this Sunday. I can't remember if I'm truly honest. It's in 4 days at least, on the 21st. So yeah, I think it's Sunday. That the Battlefield 1 beta is going to be released, but it's only released for those who signed up to Battlefield Insiders. Anyone who isn't signed up to the Battlefield Insider, I will leave a link in the description of the video to the website. If you're not an insider and you don't go to the link, you will have to wait till the 31st of this month as well to be able to play on the beta. When I play the beta, I'm going to be playing with 2 of my good friends who also have YouTube channels. I'm pretty sure one of them is uploading videos as well of Battlefield 1, and I don't know about the other. I'll have to get into contact with him. But other than all the Battlefield 1 content that's going to be popping up, I'm going to carry on the Battlefield 4 weapon reviews. Before anyone starts saying Battlefield 1's coming out, we've gone through Battlefield Hardline, why are you only just doing this now? My reason to only just doing this now, and I will be starting on Battlefield Hardline as well, is because the fact that now that the game's in more or less its final state, there's going to be less, the weapons are going to be more accurate as what I could give you. If I gave you the reviews when the game first came out, then, you know, over time, if someone watched it when it's in the end terms, then the weapons are going to be completely different. And I know that just from playing the game myself, compared to what people would say at first when the game came out. LMGs are much different, as most Battlefield players will know. But I've also decided that I'm going to start also my own sort of little class thing. So what I like to use, what I think you may be able to use as well, it tends to get me a good KD. All the classes that I've ever used, I know some people will be like, oh, but it's about player skill and all this. Yeah, player skill does come into account as well, but you got to remember that the person is just as good as the gun that he's using. For one person could have a gun which is 3 shots to kill you, and you could have one that only has 4. So even if you've got better skill, if they get the first shot off and still manage to hit you all in 3 times, you're dead, and you won't be able to get your shots in to kill them instead. So it's a 50-50 situation. Sorry, I can't speak today. Most of the time, Battlefield 4 now doesn't have many up and running servers because most people have just headed off and gone to do whatever now. I will start more games. I'm thinking of reinstalling the Forza Horizon 2 if I can find it. I don't know how to put it. Show you the vehicles I like, the vehicles I use, and everything like that. I know more people are going to go to the bigger YouTube channels, but if you do like my content, then subscribe. Simple as that. And the more people that subscribe, the more common, well, not more common, the more frequent I will upload videos, and eventually be able to bring you even more and better content. along with, instead of having it to be an overlay commentary, it will be in-game, me and friends talking, messing around, etc, etc, which happens a lot with me and my friends. And as well, I'm going to explain why for the past 2 months I haven't actually uploaded anything. First of all, just after I did the second weapon review video, I started my GCSEs. They last for a month or so, around that. So I was concentrating on them, believe it or not. And then and then for the second month I just sort of completely forgot. My memory's terrible. Anyone who watches this video who knows me in person will know that I can't remember my own birthday, which actually happened, believe it or not. So this video really, I'm just going to start explaining the way I think Battlefield 1 is going to work, and as well why I think Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, so many people are hating on it, but at the same time why people should possibly give it a chance. So let's get into Battlefield 1. As most people know, Battlefield 1 is World War I settings. That's why it's called Battlefield 1. Just for anyone who's going, oh, why is it called Battlefield 1 not if it's the one after Battlefield Hardline and Battlefield 4? That's the reason it's set in World War I. So it makes sense. It's going to be much different for us long-term Battlefield players, because through Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield Bad Company 1, it's been mostly modern weapons. We started off around the World War II era with Battlefield, when also had a futuristic game which Battlefield's not done since because it didn't work very well. But we're used to modern weapons with long range and high damage. But saying that, World War I weapons are obviously still going to be as devastating, because a gun's a gun and they're always bad to be shot by. That doesn't make any sense, if I'm honest. So the sniping is going to be much different. Obviously today we use the same sort of bullets, but we have more of a spring. I can't describe it right now, my head's not with it. More powerful weapons, that's where I'm just going to put it, along with obviously more propellant to send the bullet further and longer, and also increase the tear and rip factor. I know that's the same word, but they both have different meanings. So obviously it's going to be a lot different. The tank gameplay is going to be different. The Jeep armoured car, you know what I mean, gameplay is going to be different. And also, from what I understand, it's been said to be one of the most visual pleasing games released in a long time. I've seen videos of it and it looks pretty sexy, if I'm honest. The news, I think it's still on the Frostbite 3 engine, I didn't look into it, but it's got new features which I've personally never seen before in a game, such as if you make a big crater in the ground with a bomb or something and it's raining, it fills up. Like, I'll be honest, that is quite new in my eye. I don't know if there's been games before where holes are filled up with water because it's raining, but that's what I've seen. Also, there's I don't know how to describe it. You call them behemoths. They're basically the big table turning weaponry type things that we get within Battlefield 1. So in Battlefield 4, as most people know, you can go in as a commander, and then you can spawn AC-130s for your team, and eventually they'll just die out anyway. But I don't know how it works, I've not seen how exactly what happens, but in the closed alpha gameplays that I've seen, there's the Zeppelin, that's one. That's basically, you get a gun on top to shoot down planes, and then you get, I think, bombs from it and things, guns going down and everything like that. In the desert map on the stream there was last night, there's the armoured train, and also in this game, seeing as it was a big thing in World War I, there's a class that you can get called the cavalry, but that is, I think, a pickup. And what happens is you go on a horse, get a sword, and kill people. You can run over them with your horse, you can jump over walls and things like that. But the way it's set, it was set in the beta last night, and just for anyone who watches this video who can get frustrated by these things, I know it's going to be people who watch this who get pissed off really easy. What happens is, basically, they shouldn't, I can't speak, give me a second people. They shouldn't have put it in as it's in. They could have done it in a bit more of a selective way. The way the horse jumping works isn't you run and then press A and the horse will jump. No. It's you run, if there's wall in the way, the horse will jump automatically. And I'd seen it a few times in the stream last night that if you run up to a tank, behind a tank, in front of a tank, your horse will instantly try to jump over. And that, even for me, can bug me, and if you're not fast enough, you won't be able to jump off, and you will die, which can be annoying. Yeah. Also, another feature they could have at least not put in. I'm not saying Battlefield 1's a good game, of course it's a good game. A bad game, it's an excellent game, never mind good. It's one of the best games I've ever seen. I can't wait for it. The hype is more than real. I think even most COD players are moving to Battlefield now, who will suffer drastically due to they won't be able to get used to the bullet drop system and everything like that. But as most people know, if you've seen it in videos from Jack Frags and things like that, there's a new system where when you die, you can press a button to respawn. But that's unfair on the medics who go to revive you, get to use revive, but you just spam the respawn button. So it can cause frustration for the medics who just got the needle out to revive you, but then you've gone and spammed the button to come back to life, as you could say, and then they die because they're busy trying to revive you. They've got the needle out and then someone else has got the gun out instead. So it's just a mix and match. They might resolve it, they might not. We'll see. As well, some more information that I found out in the stream last night. Most people may know because they weren't able to see it. In Battlefield 1 beta, the open beta, we are getting access to dynamite, which is the World War I equivalent to C4. Well, not unfortunately, it's more difficult to use as such because you can't stick it to a tank anymore. You can't just go parachuting over it and stick it to a tank and then land and blow them up. You have to go up to them, place it right next to them, and then run away as fast as possible without them killing you or being killed by someone else. Either way, that's the way the Battlefield 1 C4 dynamite, whatever you want to call it, is going to work. As such, for teams, as far as I know, I've seen England versus Germany, and last night in the stream it was England, well, United Kingdom, sorry, versus the Ottoman Empire in the desert map. Sorry, I have to cough. Is that a bit of... I really can't talk today, I'm sorry. As far as I'm concerned, there is, seen as in beta, there is going to be a lot of books, but then again that's not always a bad thing. It brings the user for more content. which I can accept, and I'm sure a lot more people can as well. It'll be funny, especially playing with my friend. I'm sure we'll find a server that's empty and just try sending tanks flying across the map, doing the classical battlefield noob thingy, of just sending things across the map. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that happening. We're getting new types of planes, get the attackers, the fighters, the bombers, all huge, well not all huge, well only the bomber's huge, and the attacker's the one in the middle. It's got a gunner on the front, and the attacker's a triplane, not a biplane, a triplane. It's weird, I know, but basically just imagine a biplane with an extra wing, well set of wings, if you get them. It's no longer just fast jets going around, there's no helicopters or anything like that. Planes be seen as the firing typical MGs that you use for your character. Have to aim a lot further from the moving target, or else you're gonna miss. And also, from what I know, it's a lot easier to kill planes. They just fall to bits and die slowly. It's as simple as that. Well, no, it's not as simple as that, is it? I'll try and get a video of the damage system of a planes and stuff. I might wait for the beta to try and show videos on that. For anything else in Battlefield 1 so far, I'm not 100% aware of. Later on today, so that's the 17th of August, I believe. Is it August? Yes, it's August. I can't remember, sorry. I'm going to carry on the series of reviews today. I'm going to get Battlefield 4 M416 review done and dusted. That weapon, by the way, I love it. It's one of the first weapons that anyone at low level, if they get it unlocked in time, will enjoy using. It's accurate, it's got good magazine settings, but I'm going to save that for the good stuff, which isn't my videos, of course. So sad and depressing. As far as Battlefield 4 is concerned, now, from what I understand, it's been mostly patched up. Obviously there's still going to be glitches there, but you have to remember that now. Obviously the weapon's going to be more accurate. Well, thanks for watching. If you did watch, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.